So today I'm working on a stuffed meatball, and it basically consists of ground beef, green pepper, onion, black pepper. You have seasonings, there's oregano, garlic powder, also a garlic herb mix that I love to use, Parmesan cheese. Of course, you can't forget your marinara, your salt and pepper. Make sure to add it until you hear your ancestors whisper in your ear. What a tongue twister. Mozzarella cheese, as well as you'll notice the Texas toast, because I'm cheating a little bit. I'm not making my own garlic toast, but I will be adding that to complement the meatball at the end. So let's get to it. So in a bowl, I am adding my ground beef. And I just have a question. Why we are so strict on washing off meat until it comes to ground beef? I swear. So ground beef, onions, 2 eggs. My ricotta cheese will be mixed in a separate bowl with all the seasoning spices. And I'm also going to add my seasoning spices to the ground beef as well, because I feel like whatever you put in your mixtures, you should also put in your meat, so that way it matches the seasoning. So that's my explanation of it. So in my mixture, I basically put my meat. My ground beef is already mixed and it's added to the bowl. I do have a question. If we're so strict on washing meat, why do we never discuss washing the ground beef? We just put it in the bowl or whatever we're about to prep and just be ready to go at it. But that's just a question. I'm going to put that out there. You guys can answer it when you feel like it, or if you feel like it. I also add my 1 diced onion, my also 1 diced pepper, and then I have 2 eggs to add to that mixture, as well as my seasonings. And you'll see my ricotta cheese will be prepared in a separate bowl off to the side, simply because whatever you add to your ground beef mixture, you should definitely add to your ricotta mix. You want flavor and you want the seasoning throughout. So I'm just going to punt that and let's get started. So here we are. All of my items are mixed now in. I have my egg, I have my ground beef, I also have my seasoning, my onions, my green peppers, all ready to go to be mixed. I am going to mix it with a spoon, and I have my reasons why. I don't want my nails ruined. So there we are with that. You still can be a modern girl and look cute and still be able to cook. So I'm going to use my giant serving spoon to help me assist with this. If you have a mixer, knock yourself out and use the mixer. I just don't like the mixture of the mincemeat, so that's why I opt not to use a mixer. But here we are. So now my ground beef is all mixed. It has been spooned to death. It takes me roughly about 200 stirs to get it what I want it to be. So you see all my onions and my seasoning and my ground beef is all mixed to one. It doesn't look like it's completely mushed, but it's all together. As well as the egg. The 2 eggs is also added into that mixture. And then you have here my ricotta. This is what it's going to look like. It has all egg in it as well. Got to get my protein in with ricotta cheese. You also have the seasoning. I did hear my grandmother whisper, "Stop," when I did the garlic powder. So hopefully it's not too much and the kids will still be able to eat it. So here we are. So now that my ground beef and my ricotta cheese has been added and mixed and beat to the gods, now I will incorporate stuffing my meatballs, and I roughly will take meatballs, stuff them into the ricotta cheese. So let me get started. So I'll take a spoonful of meat, ground beef basically, and once I roll that out, which will require me to put on gloves, and then I will stuff it with some ricotta cheese. So here we go. So this is the ricotta meatball, and they are stuffed inside. I did go back and try to add more ricotta on the top because my son told me ricotta wasn't ricottaing enough for his taste and the ratio to the meatball. So I did go in and add another additional dollop. So let's just stuff these in the oven. Before I start cooking, I do preset my oven to 375. I do it every time I cook, so it is ready to go. So here we are, and let's see what they turn out like. Ricotta stuffed meatballs finally came out the oven. And if you look at it, it did fall. I do get what my son was saying. The meatballs will be overpowering to the ricotta, so you don't get the effects until you really bite in. I'm happy he suggested that we dollop without it. Now it's time to add the marinara and basically put this thing together. So I'm gonna add the marinara, a little mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese. So you will see the finished product. So this is the meatballs. There is roughly about 8 that this makes, which is quite a lot for my family. Hopefully we'll be able to eat through this throughout the week. One meatball should suffice, especially if you throw some spaghetti or a noodle with it. So there we are, 8 giant meatballs stuffed with ricotta cheese. I'm gonna throw this in the oven for roughly about 20 more minutes, and it's been in the oven already for 45, so I'm just gonna add another 20 and it should be done and ready to serve. And so here it goes. This is the stuffed meatballs with ricotta cheese and the mozzarella and the marinara all melted, heated up. I can't wait to jump into this one, and I just have to prepare my Texas toast. I am cheating a little bit because I usually make my garlic bread from scratch, but why not? If you got Texas toast here with the cheese on it, go for it. So I'll prep that and then I'll put together a little video so you guys can see the end. So this is where we end. This is the stuffed meatball with ricotta. This is the side angle view of it, just so you know that ricotta cheese is all the way in that meatball, and as well as on top, and with a nice dollop of it. And you have mozzarella to finish it off on top with the Texas cheese toast, which looks exactly like if I did French toast. I take Italian piece of bread, some butter, garlic, and throw some cheese on top of it. Let it, bake open style on foil. This is exactly what the end result would be. So then we can dig in and enjoy your stuffed ricotta, meatball, and garlic bread toast. Enjoy.